I really don't get it though. Why do some women find it so difficult to leave their abuser? Now I feel like I am a bad person. Hi everyone, it is Precious here again. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time passing through my channel, please and please do well to subscribe, okay? Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop another interesting video, you will be the first to get notified. And if this is not your first time passing through my channel, but you know that you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please let this be your reason to subscribe, okay? And if you're my returning viewer, you're my subscriber, you always come in to comment, like on my video, share to your friends. Thank you so much for supporting. I really do appreciate you. And then, as always, I bring you guys interesting true life stories. So I've got another hot one for you guys. So sit back and enjoy. My best friend dated this guy for 3 years. When she told me that the guy proposed, I begged her not to accept, but she didn't listen to me and she went ahead to marry him anyway. This man was everything bad. He abused her physically and emotionally and cheated on her multiple times, and she would always forgive him. And throughout their dating period, he never treated her right. She was always complaining about something that he has done to her. I begged and asked her to leave him several times, but he never listened. It got to a time when I told her never to tell me anything about their relationship anymore, because if you are going to complain all the time about how bad this man is treating you and yet you cannot leave him, then don't tell me anything about it. Just keep it to yourself. She was like a sister to me, and I really cared about her. So watching and hearing everything she's going through while she still stays with this person that is inflicting pain on her broke my heart over and over again. So to a point, she gathered courage to leave him. She left him for almost 2 months, and I don't know how he did it, but he was able to convince her to come back to him. And immediately she ran back. He proposed marriage, and I told her not to go ahead with the marriage, but she didn't listen to me. She told me he has changed, and I told her people don't change that easily. But like they say, they know the advice person wey dey in love. So she married him anyways. For the first few months of their marriage, I could see that she was happy, and I really prayed that the things should continue that way for her. Unfortunately, her happiness was very short lived. When she got pregnant for their first child, he started abusing her physically. She almost had a miscarriage because of this. I begged and begged her to leave, once again for the sake of the child, but she stayed. At this point, I decided just to cut her off. She's a grown woman and she knows she's in a bad situation. The day she finally gets the strength to leave, I'll be there for her because I was just tired of everything. I needed to separate myself from her for my peace of mind. And so I just cut her off and stopped talking to her. And then after about a year, she contacted me crying. She told me that this was it, that she has had enough, that she wanted to leave and start a new life. She said she didn't want to go to her family because people would talk and mock her situation. Then she asked me if she could move in with me. And I said yes immediately. I was so happy that she was finally leaving him. I really cared about her because she was a good person caught in a bad situation. So the D-Day came. I went to park at the back of their house, waiting for her husband to leave home. Immediately he left and went inside their house and helped her and her child pack their bags. She was really looking a mess and had old and new bruises and marks all over her body. One of her eyes was even swollen from the beating that her husband had been giving her. She was crying uncontrollably as we packed their things. She was insulting herself, calling herself stupid and asking herself why she was so weak. I told her that the past didn't matter now. What matters is that she has gotten the strength to move on. She was finally being strong for her child and her. We packed all her clothes and left the house to my own house. For the first few weeks, she couldn't do anything. She just cried and prayed, and I was there for her every step of the way. At this point, her baby was almost 2 years. She already had her husband's number blocked, and she was not in touch with him at all. I could see that she was finally trying to get her life back, and I was so happy and proud of her. After about 2 months of her living with me, she just came to me one day and told me that her husband had contacted her, that he had started attending church, Hmm. and that he had regretted all the bad things he did to her. She said she really believed he has really changed this time and she wants to give him another chance. I told her no, this was a trap. She was doing so well for herself at this point. That man would never change if she goes back. He is still going to hurt her over and over again. But did she listen to me? No. Like always, she ignored my advice and went back to this man. Before she left, I told her that if she goes back to him, I will block her number and block her on all my social media space. I told her that that would be the end of our friendship. I don't want to have anything to do with her ever again, and she should never contact me when things go wrong again. And when she left, I did just that. I blocked her everywhere and moved on with my life. Now, I received a call from an unknown number last week. It was her. She wants to leave her husband again, and this time around, she said she's leaving him for real. She's asking me if she can move in with me again. And I was like, hell no, girl. I told her that I thank God that she wants to leave him again. And I am happy for her. But she can't move to my house. She should go to her parents' house instead. I told her I was in a good place with my mental health and I didn't want anything that would mess me up. I told her I prayed this time around she'll really move on, but I'm not going to involve myself. She cried, begged, and told me nobody understood her like the way I did, and that she was in a bad shape because her husband had beaten her up and messed up her face. She said people will gossip about her if she goes back to her family house. I told her the best I can do for her is to get her some money so she can go to the hospital and get some treatment. Apart from that, I don't want to have anything to do with her. She cried and begged, but I still said no. I cut the call while she was still talking and sent her the money, and immediately I blocked her number. And since then, I've been feeling bad. I feel like I've failed her or something. Please, did I do anything wrong? If you were me, what would you have done? So, guys, what do you think about the story? If you were in this woman's situation, what would you have done? Would you have let the friend come over and stay again? Or would you have, you know, done exactly what she did by sending her away and giving her some money and not letting her come close, because it's looking like when she comes again, she's still going to go back to the man. If you made it to this point, thank you so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate you. And if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please help me and subscribe. I beg you. Like this video and share to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.